We're in South Manchester. I've had the practice for about 5 years. It was a fairly low-end practice when I first invested in it. A few things that we've implemented over the years, including things from OSA. We've gradually built it to be on the higher end, trying to make it a destination practice, just because of the location of where we are, and to stand out of the crowd.
My main practice is in a suburban location, North Leeds, affluent suburb, I guess. And the other one's in a small spa town, market town, just outside Leeds. We've been established over 30 years in one and over 25 years in the other, so they're well established and been around a long time.
OSA has been a real breath of fresh air, actually. I got sort of quite stuck. We were very, very busy, but we weren't progressing, and my workload was getting increased. And I really wanted to look at some ways of improving my quality of work and life balance. There's a lot of things I wanted to do with the business to try and improve it. And OSA has given me that kick up the backside, that to actually have something to be accountable to and get it done, and having the encouragement from hearing how other members have improved their practices with sort of quite small changes. That's really sort of helped declutter my life and made me sort of, it feels like you're ticking off those nagging issues, and that means a lot, and it's means I'm having been able to have more time off and with the family, but also being much more productive. We're showing growth in the practice that we just didn't think we'd sort of thought we got to where we could get to, and we've now untapped a lot more potential. So it's really sort of got me excited again, really. I'm enjoying work a lot now.
OSAs is fantastic. Speaking with Conor on a regular basis is always motivating to get to know the ideas that we can implement and having some accountability. But in addition to that, conferences like this are great because you meet like-minded people, people in the same boat as you, people ahead of you, people behind you. It makes you realize that a lot's possible in business, and a lot of growth is ahead of us.
It helps give us a focus. It helps us have the confidence to implement the things that we want to do. It gives us somebody to be accountable to. It's a great way of interacting with other people who are doing similar things, albeit at different parts of their business journey, and just learning from other people who have got similar ideas and are trying to implement things to create an experience for their clients that makes them stand out from everybody else.
It's helped me a lot because you're with like-minded colleagues, and you get a lot of help from people who've been there, done it, or about to do it, so you can help other people. So I love how it's you can give but you can get. And everybody is at different levels. We've got very high-end practices, we've got some NHS practices, we've got very experienced colleagues, we've got people who've just started. So you can always take something away, and I like that exchange of ideas.
During OSA, we've had quite significant growth over the last couple of years. We've grown in 2015, we grew around 35%, and we're hoping to achieve 20% growth this year, if not more. There's specific strategies that we've used that have been very successful. The one that comes straight to mind is the price positioning strategy and the newsletter. They've been very good for us.
What OSA has done for me is it's changed my mindset and my thinking, which has to, as a leader, have an effect on the staff. I mourn less about my staff because I'm in a happier place. I'm a better leader, they're better staff, we get better clients. I enjoy going to work, my team members enjoy coming to work.
The advice you're getting is from a real-life optician who has an amazing practice, and it's not just something they're theories that you can actually see it in work, in real life. A lot of the other sort of coaching programs I've looked at, they no longer have their own practices, and it's a lot of theory, and there's no real sort of real true examples of occurring, and they don't seem to provide the collaborative element where you sort of helping each other with the other members and breaking down some of the, there's always been barriers between opticians, or they want to admit what their practice is doing or ask for help, or they're very cagey or don't, whereas this is allowing actual people to sort of real sort of bear the truths and help each other really. And that's been the biggest appeal, I think. And looking at some of the other programs, they're all very similar, very quite staid. There's no fresh approach to it, and it's more of a community feel to it, which is, I think, is what appeals.
It resonated with me because I could see in Conor that he was doing stuff that with his business that I knew I wanted to do with mine. I just didn't know how to go about it. And I've been to a couple of other business conferences, but it all tends to be the same sort of thing. There's nothing new or unique, and it's all done as a very much a one-size-fits-all approach. I knew that I wanted my practice to be very different to any other optical practice, and that's why OSA stuck out as being much more unique in that respect. So it's turning optical practice on its head a little bit and looking at it far more as an experience rather than just, you go for a sight test and then you buy a pair of glasses at the end of it. It's turning the emphasis around much more to giving people much more personalised experience and just making the whole thing totally different to what they can experience elsewhere.
Our average dispense value before OSA was around £250. We've increased that to 380, so quite a big difference. And it just gives us more money to play with from a marketing perspective.
I think the average dispensing value has gone up about 10%, which is a significant amount on top of what we were doing already, and is growing certainly year on year, but probably month on month.
We inherited a business that had a turnover around about 250,000. We've now made that 420,000 in just 2 years, and a lot of that is by implementing the things and the strategies that we've learned from OSA.
I think the big thing OSA has given me some freedom and give me the confidence to change things and try things. It's focused me on the things that I've been meaning to get done and that's a good idea, but never get around to doing it. And that's been the real thing. It's the sort of the focus, and you've always got someone there to check in with or ask advice about quite quickly and easily. And it's also opened up new avenues and ideas that I hadn't thought about as well, which has been very nice.
By being involved with OSA and speaking with the OSA members, it's helped us to realise that actually if we just set our minds to things, we can achieve them, and it's okay to have objectives that initially seem unachievable, but bit by bit you have a success, you build on that success, and then you set your sights high, and it's okay to fail. And so the worst thing to do is to do nothing at all. So that's really what OSA has given us, I think. When we first took over the practice, I was working 6 days a week. I'm kind of still working 6 days a week, but not necessarily in the practice. So I made a conscious decision last September to cut down half a day a week, so I'm not in the practice. And that's not had any detrimental effect on the business, but it frees up my time then to work on things like marketing and just looking at strategies for growing the business further, attracting new clients, looking at new ranges that we want to stock, all the things that need to be done but I never had time to concentrate on before. And I guess OSA almost gave me permission to do that. It was you have to do it. It's as simple as that. And if you don't, then you're never going to move forward. You're never going to be able to implement the things that you want to do.
I think the biggest thing is just come and do it. What's the worst going to happen? If it doesn't, whatever you try doesn't work, you can always put it back to what it was. That's the main thing of having your own business. You can do with it what you want. If you just open your mind a little bit and try it, you'll be very pleasantly surprised.
I think if you've got the right mindset and the right sort of practice and you want to grow it, then I think OSA is a good way of moving forward and helping you sort of move on the right sort of track for an independent.
If you're thinking about OSA, the advice that I'd have is, number one, you have to want to grow your business. No one's going to do it for you. And if you have a serious mindset of, I want to do this, it's achievable, you're in the right place. Conor will give you the tools, the ways and means to achieve it. At the end of the day, you have to do the hard work, but you're in the right path with OSA.